then you'd have to kill them.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the whole deal where you want to see who's being more profitable and what's it called, doing better for society versus just going in it for money wise. Like
Well,
literally, if I was in charge of the people, I wouldn't care about the money. I'd just like take $1 and
well,
try to
but
direct it my way. Or like, let's say if I was running one of the franchises, right? I would run it my way and let like break down the let them break down the money that they want to get paid for. Oh, did he take off already or
sorry,
what?
my bad. No, no, no. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just going sauna. I had to translate to a different device. I'm listening now.
So yeah, it's like just I would like to see people compete with each other because it breeds greatness and gives everybody different types of style. Like when I'm at work, I typically monitor everybody's performances and like compare my style to theirs to see which one's better, and whichever one's better wins. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you have a better one that's faster, more efficient, more profitable, then we're going through. We're going to use your system.
Can I ask what you do for work, Saren? I'm super curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want.
It's a tricky question. I do have a lot of jobs. I just don't do one.
Well, your main job, which probably isn't the job that you enjoy the most or whatever.
Oh, I actually enjoy it because it's the people that I'm with. We though I hate though we hate each other, we kind of know we work will it really well together. So my current boss is an ESFP, right?
Yeah.
And he's a
Oh
dual.
wow.
He's my
Yeah.
dual and socionic. So he's like really good with people. Like everybody loves him when he goes to shops and stuff. They like talk to him. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Blah blah blah. And I'm the totally opposite, right? So I'm shut down and like kind of everybody looks at me like a dick or some shit like that. And it's like, oh yeah, go talk to my boss, whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll talk to some people here and there, but I don't stress it as much to get to know everybody or what's it called. And he's even told me that, hey, dude, you gotta put on a more smile and also got, and that's why I tell him, hey, that's why I got you, pal. So it's kind of tricky. It's kind of sales. It's more technical. I fix shit. That's all you have to need to know. Shit breaks down, I fix it.
So you enjoy it though? You like your boss?
Well, he was more of a mentor slash, so what's it called? I learned from him, and I've been working for him quite a long time. So you tend to pick up stuff from whoever you're around with, and he's shown me a lot of ropes and given me a lot of. He's been lenient towards me, and he puts up with my shit. You know, it's kind of hard to find someone that what's it called? Well, it's we. It's kind of funny because everybody says that we look alike, a lot alike. Like, of course, I'm a lot younger. He's like 10 years older than me, and what's it called? But they would confuse us to being brothers and stuff. You can confuse us
How long? How long have you worked for him and stuff?
quite a while. Like I've worked with him here and there when I need to. Like whenever he needs help, he calls me and then I go show up. And that's not like I said, that's not my only job, so I do other stuff as well. And
That's
I
cool.
do have my own hobbies and side stuff, and like that's what I was saying. Like my work is what I enjoy doing, and I try to get paid for doing it as well. Like even though it might not be profitable right now, or you don't see it, and down the road it's going to pay off because I'm just doing the investment early to get to know the people and have the connections.
How old are you, Saren? I'm 26. Are you older or younger? Okay. Yeah, you're starting to tell too.
So how are you doing? You were saying something about your company right now that you have problems with management
I just need to fire somebody. So
or employees all under you.
yeah,
Yeah, shit happens. It's like all psychological games that some people play, and I kind of hate that shit. Like I don't like playing
it's
with.
a little different. It's not that they're playing it or anything. It's just they're not. they're not supposed to be there, and they're not a bad person. They don't necessarily understand it. It's like
Uh-huh.
this person has like only one way of thinking. It's not that they just don't. It's not that they're evaluating a situation, they're not liking it, and they're choosing to act wrong. It's that they genuinely don't know how to operate within the situation because nobody has told them how to do so, and they don't like change. On top of that, and I'm bringing change and change agent in this
Uh-huh.
thing. So it's like automatically I'm not good. We don't know why. I don't know why, but this person's not good, and I don't like it, and I'm gonna pout.
So adapt or die kind of deal. And yeah, I mean, like when you get, not trying to judge you, Nick, but like when you try to do something, you make it more expressive than most people. So if it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work, and you're gonna bring it up to the issue. You're not scared to make the change. You know what you're saying, or call people out.
Well, and this person I am, I guess, not. I don't call this person out. I haven't said one thing to them yet. Um, but yeah, I definitely don't mind change. And then when it's not affecting something in my immediate personal life, I'll be, there'll be no real limits or on. Um, yeah.
But no, yeah, I was just making sure you're good and nothing's wrong with your job and stuff like that, and like it
Oh
wasn't you
no,
affected, being affected and stuff.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm great, man.
Uh,
I'll always be good. If I'm living,
yeah,
I'm loving.
sounds good. All right, well, I'm gonna get off now. Nice seeing you again, Nick and Court. Have a good one. Very much stuff
Peace,
to
Jared.
do.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Court. That was Taylor's exact recommendation. I was like, okay, that makes a ton of sense. I didn't want to have to do all that. It seems like spineless. It's not how I like to do business. I like to care deeply and give a lot to the people who are invested in the company and who are, um, acting good. They don't have to be good to me. They can be shitty towards me. You can work for me and you can be a dick to me and I'll still if you contribute and you provide value and you listen to the very important things I have to say, then you're good.
That's a funny thing you brought up because that typically happens in majority of my jobs. Like, I start working, start doing my systems, and start trying to speed up shit more faster and faster. And at some point, they tell me, "Hey, you have to do it this way. You have to do it that way." So I start doing it their way. It's a little bit slower, and what's it called? And after a while, they notice that shit's getting done quickly and fast. And then they go, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep doing whatever the fuck you're doing." And they just sign off and like, okay, whatever. Leave him alone. Let him do his own shit. The way he's doing is it's working.
Yeah,
And
I bet.
like you said, sometimes some people would get offended and what's it called. But if you see that shit's getting done and it's getting taken care of, that's when you kind of don't have an argument. Why throw a wrench into the system if it's getting pumped out? But like, of course, I don't try to piss people off and like intentionally what's it called? Tell them their way is shit or it's not as efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I see that's what's important. And as long as the big thing is I let people do their thing. Whenever I manage people, if you are hired for something and whoever hired you did a good enough job at figuring out if you were skilled to do that, then let her do that. That's what I was thinking, Courtney.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other issue because when you're managing people, like you have a team under you, like at least 10, 15 people, you got to make sure that they're all playing nice together and they're not fighting, arguing, and their psychology is right, or their mental states. And it it kind of involves a whole bunch of different deals, not just one, because they come for you for advice and everything like that. So that's pretty cool that you. How big's your team that you're in charge of, Nick?
Um, we got like 8 people.
All right, cool. Yeah, because when I used to work for a bank, I think how many people did we have? I think like 15. Um, so yeah, like I was working for the manager or in that area, but I was like the person under her that was handling most of the shit left like a few months later. It's like 6 or 8 months because I think she didn't like working with her. So I started picking up some of the slack, and someone else started picking up some of the slack. So she delegated the work, right? So we had like 3 different people that were doing her job for her. Well, not doing the job for her because she was still overlooking it and doing everything like that. And our side of the bank was running correctly. So she at least delegated the work to the people and had me train up the new people and stuff like that to get them as effective as possible as soon as they could, and try to get them into a version of
Yeah, she's leading
yeah, because there's different types of leadership, right?
for sure.
I don't know if you cracked the whip or not. That's the whole deal. I was trying to wonder or figure out.
It takes me a while to get there. I like to do the things right in the beginning where I don't have to, but if I have to, it's going to be more than a cracked whip.
Yeah, no, it's the whole deal of time and building trust with the people. And once they know that they know you know your shit, they kind of listen to you more. And they don't talk back or stuff like that.
Well, I like to
Or
hire like for my assistant, for example, who's all of a sudden doing way more things. If I wouldn't have hired her or had the right conversation to start off and had spent 3 hours with her before she ever even like her interview was 3 hours and some change. You know what I
wow,
mean?
what'd you guys go into? Did you interview her or someone else?
I did. I went into everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a whole other deal too. Because if you can't pick off understand the person before you're hiring them and get to know them like really well, and some people just like talking. So as long as you listen to them and hear them out, and they tell you everything about themselves and why they would be fit for the company and stuff like that. Well, it's the person hiring the person that's responsible. You didn't hire her, did you?
Did I?
Yeah,
Who, my assistant or
or
Barbara?
the person that you want to fire or you want
Oh,
to
heck,
pick up.
heck no, I didn't hire her.
Yeah, that's all. What's it called? Trust but verifier. What's it called? Well, like I had a job where that recently took place where I was hired on. But the thing is, they had like 3, 4 different locations, and for me to get confirmation on something, I had to call a different office, and the lady that I was supposed to call would get back to me like 40 minutes or like maybe 3, 4 hours after I sent her a reply, and I was told not to move on to my next uh, file or close another document until I close the first one that I'm open on. And what I did was, okay, here, let me I got like a maybe there's like a stack of 200 to 300 emails or like files that we had to go through process, right?
What does that mean? You had to go through you had to go through all those like
Or
in one
like
day?
open them up and shut them down kind of deal. And
Oh wow.
it dealt with healthcare. But anyways, what ended up happening is I built a Excel file or a spreadsheet for myself, copied all the information, dumped it on the spreadsheet, highlighted all of them that I could do really quickly, like green, yellow, red, like a tag notice to see which ones were going to be easy for me to shut down and which ones aren't. And but the manager lady told me that I could not move on to the next one until whatever. But in the meantime, until I was getting got information back from the other person that was in a different satellite office, I jumped ahead and I was like, screw this. Let me look up which ones I can shut down right now, and I'll send her the file and ask her to just verify the yellow red ones, that I might have issue closing down, and hopefully